What's up everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sebastian and today at Massive Sound Productions we do an unboxing and check out my brand new Rea custom, which was built using my own woods by Overload guitars in beautiful Italy. Before we will open the case here, have a look on the Rea and see how it looks, feels and sounds like. I wanted to share a bit of background information about the idea behind this particular Overload custom guitar and give you a quick overview on what Overload is about. Overload is based in Rome, Italy, was founded in 2012 by Matteo Dondi and is a two-man company which not only does custom guitars, but also basses, cabinets and drums. The Overload Guitar Custom Shop is mainly working on a modular principle where you can choose all the key features like the model you want, the hardware, pickups, woods, the finish color and even some smaller details like the type of binding or fretboard inlays, for example. If you have chosen everything to your liking, your individual guitar is built mainly using CNC machines, and after the raw shape has been finished, the details are done manually by hand, which in my case altogether took around 1 year until I finally have it now into my own hands. What makes this particular Rea even more special and individualized is that Matteo agreed to build it on the basis of my own woods, similar to my other or KD guitars, which you can also see in some of my videos here on my channel. Here's a short impression of the woods I bought for the Rea. An absolutely stunning piece of maple burr, as I always wanted a guitar with such a top, a piece of nicely figured black limber for the body and this beautiful Siricote fretboard here. In addition, I bought a 3-layered neck made out of Wenge and Padauk, which I asked my wood supplier to directly send to Matteo, and therefore the neck wood unfortunately didn't make it into my video. But now let's open the case and have a look together on how these pieces of raw woods have been transformed into a hopefully absolutely outstanding guitar. So let's open the case and have a look at the Rea. I will just put it on the floor to take it out of the case. So what I can already say for sure is that the red finish looks absolutely stunning on the maple burr. Let it show me to you. It's also carved top, which I personally slightly prefer over a flat drop top, honestly, but maybe it's a personal preference. But the red finish is really nice. Also, it's obviously same red finish on the headstock with the maple burr veneer here. What is also something which I never had before is the Goto Delta 510 locking tuners. I always wanted to have some, and so let's see how they compare, for example, to Hipshot locking tuners or to Schaller locking tuners. So something I'm really curious to see over time. So what exactly do we have here? So we have a 27-inch baritone scale length with the Siricote fretboard. So what I actually have to say is it has been finished in a matte finish, and you can hardly see actually the nice figuring anymore. So it's actually looks more like an ebony fretboard now. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's not pitch black, but it's like more like a Macassar ebony fretboard, which is a bit of a pity. But except for that, I think it looks stunning. Honestly, the guitar also has a binding around the top, around the fretboard and around the headstock. 4-layer black white binding. There's actually some marks of glue on it, which is a bit of a pity. So that's the binding I have seen done better on other guitar companies. And also the neck feels pretty comfortable, I would say. I mean, it's just a first impression. Maybe slightly thicker than on my Mayons, and definitely thicker than an Ibanez neck for sure. So let's see how this. But I'm not that picky on the thickness of the neck. Also, it's a neck through construction, like you can see here. So with the neck heel is done nice. Then you have the 3-layer Wenge Padauk neck, which is actually also a good contrast to the Black Limber body. In general, I'm a huge fan of Black Limber as a body wood, as it resonates extremely well, I must say, and it has quite a lot of mids, maybe similar a little bit to mahogany, but for me it's a good, for my personal view, it's a good combination of mahogany and an ash body sound-wise, and obviously it looks also really nice, the figuring of Black Limber, and combined with the maple top, which give a bit of a brilliance here. It's always a good sounding combination, in my opinion. Then you have a hip shot bridge here, just pretty standard, I would say. Same at Duncan pickups. I have the Nazgul in the bridge and the Sentient in the neck. 3-way toggle switch and push-pull volume. Also have a matching red dot on the volume pot. I'm not sure if you can see it. Probably it's too small to see, I believe. So frets actually looking really pretty nice. Also the fret endings have been done well. My first impression. So yeah, I'm looking forward to play this beast. And yeah, I would say so. Let's check it out and hear how it sounds. So where does the Overload Rea stand in respect of craftsmanship, sound, playability and overall look and feel compared to my other modern metal axes like my Mayones, Jacksons or others, just to mention some, and how was the overall experience from ordering this beauty till its delivery? First of all, it's a fantastic looking guitar, and the woods I ordered, especially the stunning maple burl with its red finish, are insane beautiful. It's a bit of a pity that with the matte finish the intense figuring of the Cerakote fretboard has been overpainted and looks more like an ebony now, but except for that, the Rea with its distinctive design is an absolute eye-catcher and exactly as stunning as I was hoping for. Looking at the craftsmanship, I have some mixed feelings, as there are some positive things like the fantastic red glossy finish or the clean control cavity, but unfortunately also some points which are not on the level how they should be on a 3000 euro guitar. Comparing it to other guitars in this price range, the multi-layer binding is not as perfectly processed, which you especially see on the neck body or neck headstock transition or on some spots with visible glue marks. Also, the hip shock bridge isn't fully positioned in the middle, resulting into a not completely perfect placement of the strings, as well as the truss rod cover, which is too far off the center. Whereas this is something I could still turn a blind eye, the 3-layered neck with its asymmetrical wood layers is something which definitely shouldn't happen on a high-end guitar like this. I tried to do a picture of the neck heel where you hopefully be able to see the problem and the different width of the left and right wenge layers. Yes, it's still only a cosmetic issue, but we are talking about a very expensive instrument and competitors in this price range just do better. Coming back to something more positive, the playability as well as the overall sound are both on a very high level. Compared to my Mayones Regius, the neck feels slightly thicker, but is still in a comfortable range. Same for the neck heel, which is as comfortable as you would expect it on a neck-through guitar. And there's nothing to complain about how the frets have been treated. The Rea with its black limber, wenge and maple burl construction resonates fantastic. It's just a pleasure to play and is a guitar which I surely would use pretty often for my studio work. So what's my final conclusion? Honestly, it's a tough one. I still like the overall design of the Rea a lot, its overall look, of course the combination of my pre-selected woods. It does resonate beautiful and it's a pleasure to play, but on the other side the service with a lacking communication where I had to wait for weeks to get answers on my questions, and of course some of the previously mentioned issues on the craftsmanship gives a lot of room for improvement and surely isn't on the level it should be on such an expensive guitar. I hope you enjoyed my review of my Overload Rea Custom, which unfortunately wasn't a fully positive one this time, but I hope you still appreciate my open and honest view on this guitar. If you liked my video today and you don't want to miss the upcoming ones, don't forget to support my channel by leaving a like or by subscribing. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts with me, please leave me a comment. I appreciate your feedback a lot and always try to answer as soon as I can. So that's all for today. Thank you again very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon on my channel.